Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to Bonk Update today. Now Bonk is very close to one very good entry, right? So if you see that Bonk can still fall a little bit more, and we do have this 14%. Now it's crazy for those people who have been following me, you know how crazy it is that I've been screaming about this lower trend line for a long time. It's almost been a month that I've drawn this channel for you, and I've been claiming that the best entries. And by the way, this was when Bonk was trading at probably up here, and I was talking about it will never be a good idea to buy this high. It will never be a good idea. So if you were looking for that entry, it has always been a good idea to buy it right down at this lower support level that you're looking at. Okay, and if you do see that Bonk comes down here again, I think that's still another good entry. So we're very close to that entry. We're at 23.60. I think we're pretty low right now. This is still a good price, but the thing is that it will be still better to wait for that maybe 14% if it happens, because Bitcoin has big possibility to come to $94,000. So yes, I do expect that further drop here. So if Bitcoin goes to $94,000, it's at 100,000 right now. That's going to be a 6% drop to the downside. So if Bitcoin does drop 6%, you can actually expect Bonk to drop that 10, 14, 13%, right? So 6% of Bitcoin drop is huge for altcoin. We know that. It's almost like a double drop for altcoin. It's more dramatic for all these altcoin. And that's all I can say, man. It's very close. I'm definitely going to try Bonk, if not Bonk, Pepe. Pepe has also a very similar trend line. I'm going to make an update, but just to show you very quickly, I'm ready for Pepe, right? So this is where Pepe is probably coming down to, that lower trend line that you can see, very similar to what Bonk really has, right? That lower trend line on Pepe, and you can see that lower trend line on Bonk. They're both very similar structure. Now, the catch is that, unfortunately, if what I'm thinking, to be honest with you, is, will this trend line really hold? Okay, we still have to ask the question. We have to put ourselves into deep waters here. Will this support really hold to go back up? Nothing is guaranteed in crypto, and that's one thing that I'm wondering, because Bitcoin has so many technical, like if Bitcoin goes to 94k, I still expect Bitcoin to drop to $85,000. I expect it to go to $77,000 for that CME gap in the future. But the price mismatch is something that is creating curiosity whether this trend line is going to hold, or they're going to break it and drop it to the absolute bottom of 981, which I know it sounds very dramatic right now, to be honest with you. And but anyways, it's something that I'm thinking of, because if Bitcoin decides to go way too lower, but one thing that can happen is maybe if Bitcoin comes to 94k and stays sideways, right? And then by the time Bitcoin is sideways, we see Bonk pushing up a little bit to maybe 3452, and then Bitcoin goes to 85,000, and then Bonk also comes down to maybe 2400 again, and then pumps again, and Bitcoin remains sideways. But for this one, we have to see, the Bitcoin dominance actually going down, and that's when we can actually expect to see Bitcoin sideways, and then we could actually see some relief for the altcoin. Bonk is really down. I think that WIF is also very down. I'm just going to show you very quickly. WIF is super cheap right now. You can see it's pretty much a very good entry with WIF over here. You can actually expect a nice good return if the purchase is made pretty right. But right now, I will just still the reason why I'm also not taking the entry on WIF is because I just want to see where the prices are going to go so far for all these altcoins when Bitcoin hits $94,000. So once Bitcoin maybe stops at 94k, I really look forward to enter something. And that's all for the video. I'm going to see you in the next one. Love.